Hey, what's up? It's Jake, and we're in the next section of Packer doing parallel builds. So, in the previous tutorials, we used Packer to automatically build an image and provision it from a template. So far, I haven't really had any issues with Packer documentation, so this has been great. We parameterized the template, allowing you to build different images using the same template. While this is already quite powerful, Packer can create multiple images in parallel, all configured from a single template. Interesting. Parallel build is a very useful and important feature of Packer. For example, Packer can build an AMI and a VM in VMware and parallel provisioned with the same scripts, resulting in near identical images. The AMI can be used for production, VMware image can be used for development, or another example, if you're using Packer to build software appliances, you can build the appliance for every supported platform all in parallel and configured from a single template. That's interesting. In this tutorial, we build the second Docker image. I haven't even built the first Docker image. They borrowed this they built the Docker stuff first. In parallel, the second image is a Docker image. For the sake of this tutorial, the second source could be just easily come from another hypervisor or cloud platform. Okay, so we did Amazon, yes, Redis, local timestamp, Ubuntu, true, yes, learn Packer, got it, provisioner, shell, yes. Okay, and then we did an init. I wonder if their documentation is just jacked up. Add parallel builds to template. Use parallel build, create source, and then add the source to the sources array in the build block. Your sources do not need to be the same type. This tells Packer to build multiple images when the build is run. Add the following source block to your file. This is similar to the existing source block, but has the focal in the AMI name and uses Ubuntu focal as the base AMI. Okay, so what are we doing here? Ubuntu focal. What the heck is a focal? All right, I gotta know. Focal. Ubuntu focal? Don't mind me, I'm just like new and don't know how to speak English. Focal fossa. All right, so that's just the LTS. That's just the canonical name for it. Shows you how much I know about Ubuntu. I build stuff on it, but I don't keep up with the names of everything. Okay. So we're going to add the following source block. This is similar to existing. It has focal in the AMI name. And then we update our build block to use the new source. Sources, we do two sources. Okay, so we're going to do a build block here. Here's a source Ubuntu, and then our source Ubuntu focal. Same exact setup. The only difference is this guy here, the name, and it's doing the exact same stuff. It did move locals up top. I kind of liked that. Let me get rid of these empty lines. Under, was it under Packer or under source? You'll see what I'm talking about. It was under the variable and locals was before the sources. I wonder if that's like a recommended thing. I don't know. I like learning things as they're presented to me by vendor documentation, because then when somebody asks me why I do it this way, I'll be like, that's the way Packer does it. All right, we can try that. And then we update our build block to have this focal in here as well. So here's our sources, and then we've got our build source, this guy, comma, because it's a list or array, this guy, save, and then we do Packer build. All right, let's try it. I'll try anything once. Packer build, go. Okay, pre-validating Redis var, pre-validating Redis var focal. So it's literally creating both of them at the same time. So it's the same template, but you're really just declaring two sources and then providing a build with two sources. So you're still adding to this code base, which is kind of whatever with all these multiple sources. If you wanted to build 4 of them, you'd have 4 sources in here. It's kind of dirty, but anyways, I'll wait for this to finish. Side note, while I'm waiting for this to finish, I really don't like that this is recycled and nobody caught this. You have this Docker thing that they're talking about. Where is it? Here it is. You will build a second Docker image in parallel. No, we won't. And there's a space that goes right here. I'm being nitpicky. Like I said, I go through documentation and I see if it works. Anyways, what we should see on the build is this Packer display color coded output for both builds. I don't have any color. There's got to be a good extension. Let me see. Packer VS Code. No, Docker Packer VS Code extension. Who's using this stuff? This is the one that they gave me. All right, we'll try it one more time. Let's go grab this sucker. It's this one. Let's enable it. Syntax highlighting. I already didn't like it because it was like, yeah, because of this little guy right here. We'll have to fix that. It'll be nice to see this working, but for now, I just have to disable this because it's obnoxious. I'll ask my buddy who uses Packer all the time what he uses, because if there's only 3 extensions, maybe you just need to go into some kind of setting in here and change it. Anyways, it's going to do twice as much crap, so I'm going to have twice as much output. I'll just wait for this. All right, they're not completely done, but they are pending, and I can see red as far with a timestamp and red as far focal with a timestamp. I have plenty of images and snapshots to delete after this. I really hope there's an easy way to do that. Anyway, that's it for this one. So we built it. It built successfully. Looks good. We updated the template to do multiple images in parallel. And the last thing we're going to do is add post-processing step to our Packer template. So stick around and we will go through this last one together.